Hello everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscriber, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. A woman had to undergo a liver transplant after nose piercing gone wrong. This woman had to undergo a liver transplant after a nose piercing infection led to a life-threatening condition. Dana Smith, who is 37 years old, that's the woman, got a nose piercing shortly after last Thanksgiving, that was in November. About a month later, Smith started to have stomach pains but was reluctant to go to the hospital because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Smith described her symptoms as stomach pain and that she felt a kind of loss of appetite. These were her words. "I didn't want to go to the hospital with COVID-19 pandemic going on," she explained and said, "but the pain got so bad that it got to the point where I felt like I didn't have a choice. I was just drinking water. I couldn't hold the water down," revealing that her symptoms escalated so much that she started to throw up blood. This was what she actually went through while having those particular symptoms, which she didn't understand what was happening to her. And her sister took her to Long Island Jewish Medical Center, that was January, where doctors quickly assessed that she needed a liver transplant and was suffering from fulminant hepatitis B. According to Mark Manuel, the fulminant hepatitis is a rare syndrome of rapid, massive necrosis of liver parenchyma and a disease in liver size that usually occurs after infection with certain hepatitis viruses, alcohol hepatitis, or drug-induced liver injury. And it happens usually within days or weeks. And Smith was transferred to the North Shore University Hospital and placed into a medically induced coma while waiting for a match for the transplant. One was found within 48 hours and she had her surgery done. And what caused the fulminant hepatitis B was initially a mystery to doctors. However, through a process of elimination, medical professionals determined that the culprit was an infection from the nose piercing that had gone undetected. This was the one unique change that had taken place in her life. This nose ring, said the North Wales Transplant Services, that's Dr. Lewis, and it's the perfect time for the virus to incubate. Smith, who returned home, credits the decision to finally go to the hospital with saving her life and in sharing her story so that she might help someone else. It's really sad and not a good story to hear at all, where you see that someone had to go through a life-threatening sickness as a result of what they had to do to themselves. But thanks be to Almighty God that she had a successful liver transplant. But come to think of it, some of these things, some of these surgeries that are being carried out on human body parts, sometimes a lot of things happen. You find out that even some people, certain instruments will be left in their belly, and some people after the surgery, the side effects will be worse than they even went into the surgery. Some people go through a whole lot of pain. Some people have some kind of permanent disorder in their body system. You know, it depends on individual though. Some people like it, but you come to ask, all of these instruments that they use for this surgery, for piercing, for doing all kinds of body parts, sometimes they are already infected and they are used on patients, and unknown to the hospital workers that this has already gotten infected, and that's what happened to this particular woman. But thank God that it was discovered on time. And you can imagine that liver transplant is not just a simple kind of a sickness. Anything that has to do with the liver, the heart, they are very dangerous parts of the body that any slightest mistake, you are not even expected to come out alive. But these doctors were really professionals, that they handled this job so well, because while they were waiting, they had to put her in an induced coma. Well, there is no point criticizing anybody for doing what he or she wants to do with their body, but at the same time, people should please be very careful while trying to add or change one thing or the other in their body. It's up to them. Like I said, no one should be criticized for doing what he wants to do because the body belongs to him or her. But people should also think twice and ask yourself a lot of questions. What are the side effects? Would I be affected negatively? What would happen to me? Would I be disfigured? And what if there are infections? Or what if something goes wrong? These are the questions you would just put in place before you decide to carry on surgeries like this, or to carry on anything that has to do with changing your body part, especially when you don't have any form of accident that warrants surgery. You're okay, your whole skin, everything is fine, and then you now want to change some part of your body on your own or add on some things. These are other things you need to consider, put into considerations the negative aspect, the consequences too. Like there are some women that have gone to do all other implants. They will be the ones to come out and tell people that they are warning people not to go in there because they are having certain problems at the moment. Some can't even sit upright, some can't even lie down, some are in pains because some of the surgeries go wrong. And it's bad when it actually goes wrong on you as the patient after you've left the hospital. It will warrant you spending more money than you had even spent before. It's up to you as a human being, as an individual, to do what you want to do with your own body. But notwithstanding, always remember that certain things like this, there are tendencies that it will go wrong. It may go wrong because everything can be perfect. People can make mistakes during surgery. And it's so painful when you see someone who is healthy, you're okay, and you now take yourself in for surgery, all because of you want to change one part of your body or the other. People should please be careful and be mindful of places that you go to carry out things like this. On the other hand, some people are professionals. Some doctors are so good at their job, they'll carry out a neat job on you, and in some cases it may not be like that. And then when you fall into wrong hands, then what happens to you? Some people are never the same again after their change on their body or doing one thing or the other to themselves. They will wish they never got themselves involved into this particular surgery. You can imagine that this woman, after the surgery, she didn't feel anything. She was okay. It was days later, she now started having all those symptoms. But who would even imagine that just piercing on the nose, just a simple piercing on the nose, would result to infection? That's to tell you that there are no instrument, or there is nothing that is perfect. When you even least expect, that's when such things can go wrong. You can imagine that she had an infection from the nose piercing because the doctors had to confirm it. Some people are not professionals in carrying out surgery. They are still learning on there in the process, and then you are now used as an experiment unknown to you. And in some cases, some of these people, probably the doctors will give you instructions on what to do after you have carried out the surgery, and some people do not carry out those instructions. That is another thing that usually go wrong with things like this, because once you have decided that this is what you want to do with your body, and the doctors will carry out the surgery. The doctors will give you instructions on what to do after you've left the hospital. There are certain things that you need to carry out, certain medications you need to keep up. Some people will take it halfway and stop. Some will not even take it at all, because once they see themselves in the mirror, they're like, oh, everything is perfect and I'm fine. So looking at that beauty and everything to them is okay. So they don't need those medications anymore. The doctors know what they are doing. That's why they will tell you or give you instructions to carry out after the surgery has been done. Even if it's not a body part change surgery, whatever kind of surgery, even people that have encountered accidents and they undergo surgery, doctors will still give you instructions on what to do after you've left the hospital, because surgeries are not issues that you take lightly. When you go back home, you're relaxed. There are certain drugs you still have to take so as to help you recuperate properly and faster. But then some people feel that I'm okay and there's no need for these drugs, and that is when you have side effects coming up that you never ever imagined would happen to you. You can imagine how serious just a nose piercing led to liver problem. It didn't lead to her nose being bad or damaged, but it now went down into her main body stream and affected her liver. So please, people should be very, very, very careful. Extremely careful, especially when you are healthy, you're okay, everything is fine with you. You just decide and make up your mind that this is the part of the body you want to change, or you want to add something to it. Sometimes all of those surgeries may not go as planned. There may be some hitches along the line, and who would suffer it? It's you, the patient, that is undergoing that particular surgery. Place disease from having to make up your mind to carry out actions that you are not even very sure of. Some people have even lost their lives in the process of having to change or do one thing or the other on their body. Some prominent people have even passed, even people that are not prominent, they have passed away. That's to say that these surgeries, or some of them, are not perfect. They are no perfections in things like this. Little things can go wrong, and when little things go wrong, you should be rest assured that you, as the patient that this surgery is being carried on, you are the person that would suffer more, because the harm will come on you and not any other person. So think twice while you're planning to do one thing or the other to your body. Ask yourself, is it necessary? There are certain surgeries that are not even necessary when you want to change your body parts, and there are some that would warrant you surgery so as to correct it. Like some people have certain eye defects that it's only surgery that can fix it. Some people have either a knee shift or something. There are certain things like that that warrant surgery. In such situations, you know that these are exceptional cases. Not when you are healthy from your head to your toe, you're fine, you just feel you needed to add more beauty, or you needed to change one thing or the other in your body system or in your body. That is when you be at a risk of endangering your life, because if anything goes wrong, the first thing you would say is, I wish I knew I would have left myself the way I am or the way I was before. And that's why you see some of those people that have undergone surgery that went wrong, they have written books, they even come out on air, on televisions, to encourage people and tell them that some of those surgeries are not what you think they are. Some people will undergo this surgery, change their body parts or do one thing or the other. Nothing will be wrong with them, but much later in the lifetime, they start going through certain problems and they start undergoing more surgery, because they will need more surgery to fix it. Like you see, there's this one, it's called botched, because some of the surgeries have gone wrong. You need to now go to another doctor that would help fix back what went wrong. And you can imagine when a human body is being touched or tampered with frequently, that is stitched, that is shifted, how do you expect yourself to be the way you used to be? Definitely you can't be the way you used to be, because a lot of things have changed in your body system. So please, especially for people that are okay, you're healthy, you're strong, you didn't have an accident, nothing, no broken bones, no shifted arm, from head to toe you are fine, and you just feel you want to change or fix or add something, Please always think twice before you go ahead. Carry out such kind of change on your body. Have a rethink and place one and two together. Weigh your options to be sure that you are taking the right decision. And ask yourself, is it better you remain the way you are, or would you continue with the change you want to effect on your body? Please think twice. And also remember that some people went into that surgery and they never came back alive. Some people will go and come back, they won't listen to the doctor's instructions. This is where a lot of things usually go wrong. So when you know that you won't adhere to the doctor's instructions, why go there? Because these doctors know what they are doing. And then some of them, though, some may just want to do it for the fun of it, or they may want to use you to practice, or some may want to do it just for the money. Different people in every organization, you would find out that some people are there for their own personal reasons, and some you will see them, they work extra mile and they will ensure that things go on well. So once you're very unlucky and you fall into wrong hands, then be rest assured that you will be the one to face the consequences. And if you've made up your mind to carry out any form of surgery when you're okay, you're healthy, then tell yourself that you're ready to go through every medical instruction given to you by the doctor. You must obey whatever instruction the doctors are giving to you, so you don't come back home and having to go through another surgery because you didn't listen to the doctors. Always listen to them when you have decided that this is what you want to do to yourself. And the doctors would always tell you ahead of time that this is what you should do. Avoid doing this and avoid doing that. They give that prior notice before you even start carrying out the surgery. They will lay down everything before you, and it's left to you to either obey or adhere to what the doctors are saying, or you decide to go your own way, and you know that will bring up their consequences for you to face. So please, people should think twice before they go in for surgeries or try to change body parts. Tell yourself and ask yourself series of questions before you decide going on there. We have a lot of doctors and nurses that are really trying and ensuring that things are working out well, especially at this pandemic. You could see that doctors and nurses are going extra mile to make sure that a whole lot is being done and people are well taken care of. You would even see people come out of the hospital and then they are so grateful to the doctors and the nurses for their prompt response and for their selfless service. They don't even think of themselves, they're just out to ensure that these patients are well. Kudos to doctors and nurses out there. They're really doing a very, very great job. When you see how these nurses and doctors are working, you will just know that these people really are out to save lives. But thanks be to God that Smith had a successful liver transplant and she is okay and recovering at the moment. Friends, what do you have to say about this? Please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's MathPath there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, MathPath, he is the teacher and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below. So please, you just click on that link and you will have access to MathPath's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below so you will have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to MathPath himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to MathPath's Tube Mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.